Hey, spend a little something, what you gonna do with a little money? Drop a little something, what you gonna do with a little money? Take a little something.
Play.
No.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh. My car karaoke is helping me out here. It low-key is.
There you go.
In a past life, I was an R&B sensation.
Ooh, what was your stage name?
Sexual chocolate.
Alright.
Hey, it's the Play No Games podcast / show. We are back here today. And before we get into our content today, we got socks.
Socks.
Big socks.
Baller socks.
Shot collar.
If you like what we do, what we say, what we're doing, it helps us a lot if you support picking up a pair.
Big Cartel.
Big Cartel, link in our bio on Instagram.
For real intent. Really quick, these are quality socks. These are not just
we
like
didn't just cheap out on a pair or something.
These are that's that dry fit. What do you call it? Athletic sock. And like this one, this is like you at the mall kiosk. Those one nice socks that be costing like the 16 with the alligator Einstein stuff. Like we put some real quality. These are 12.
These are 13.
Yeah, it's good for the wintertime. It's cold.
It's cold.
Anywho, today, we have an interesting one today.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay. It's the king of R&B. I'm gonna slow it down one time, Mr. Casanova, aka Hitch, the young turtle. Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hello.
And it's me, his co-host, Kasyan Vasile, short, just Kas. And yeah, what's our topic for today?
Topic for today is it's gonna be definitely a little bit more funner today.
Funner?
Fun. Also, we got the word police out here. Okay,
I got it.
We're gonna be talking about how each other moves. Not like the big shot, I got the moves. Or I kind of like I got the moves. Hey. Saucing it up. Hey. But like the importance of how you want to move in the dating world.
Yeah. And
I think that should be something that we talk about because I feel like that's not talked enough about. And I feel like people just go out there and just do stuff like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like 10 numbers, but they're not like strategically like where are you at? How do you move? Are you gonna move like in the societal way, or are you gonna move like how you want to move? Like, are you wanting to be a fuck boy, or are you wanting to be a good guy? Like, how do you want to move? Or you want to, yeah,
of course.
All right, so where do we start?
You want me to start or you?
We'll just talk about, I would just say moving in general. I guess where we're coming at with that angle is like we really want to talk about people taking their time and figuring out how they want to date and how they want to be perceived. Now, we're not shaming or saying anyone like if they want to like do a lot of casual hookups or go on a lot of dates or look for the one. I feel like if you carry that representation, you're attracting more energy towards people that you want to have those interactions with. So that's like where we're like really going at. Yeah. But since I'll go first,
thank you.
I'll go first. I want to talk about the past. We're gonna go back.
Okay.
Back into time. Anyone gets that reference? You know what song? You don't know. You too young.
I might be.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about that. That's that soulful black music we're talking about. Anywho, but no, back in the time, I used to move, and I'll fast forward to how I currently move and things like that. I used to, if you already haven't got it, I'm a hopeless romantic. But I used to like one girl at one time.
Yeah,
that's how I moved, and I would have a crush on her, and until I figured out I would be like I really like her. I hope she notices me. Like, we're gonna be of the same table group. I'm gonna not be annoying or clingy, but like,
she's the one. You'll have kids with her.
Man, that was such a like.
No, I same exact way throughout school.
Okay.
Same exact thing.
So I was the type of dude where like there's this one older chick and this I knew I was like hopeless romantic where she was like working with the PTA and this was on elementary school and like I didn't get it but I get it now. When I was like 4th, 5th grade, she would always used to come in. She was like, "Hey Robert," and I would blush. You probably can't see it. Probably can't see me blushing, but I would hide it under the table every time she came in, and I was like, "Where are these feelings?" And like, I liked her for like a very long time, and then
wait, how much older?
Oh yeah, she was definitely like, she was with the PTA. Like,
oh, so she was like an adult.
She was an adult. Like I was a kid. I was a kid. Yeah. But like, she didn't like know anything or anything like that. But like, it's like that's like my first experience where like I like her so much.
Yeah.
And then I had like a 5th grade crush, and then that like moved.
Yeah.
That's where it all began.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
So that's how I moved from elementary, middle school, and high school. That's how I moved. I liked one girl at one time, and I thought it was like taboo to like someone else.
Yeah.
So you have experience with that. What about you, big dog?
I'd say like I have the exact same experience. It honestly wasn't until I got to college that I was like, oh, I'm not helping myself out with this.
Whoa! Speak more to that.
Well, just like if the reference goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think it carries over. I'll say like, I don't know how some guys can have like 5, 6, or 7 girls that they talk to. That is way too much effort for me. Not that, like, some girls don't deserve it, but, like, I'll keep, like, 3 max.
3 max.
3 max. Because if it's more than that, like, I don't even feel like talking to it. And, like, I'm the guy where, like, I like to respond relatively quick. I don't just like to leave them, like, for several hours.
You gotta let them wait sometimes.
Maybe, but it's, like, it's not my personality. I don't let my friends wait. Because I hate being waited on, so I don't like to make people wait.
Okay, let me clarify. I feel like I used to be like, okay, I get a text message and I'm like, oh, 5 minutes. Like, okay, I'm not gonna respond in 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, all this other stuff. Yeah. If I'm genuinely busy,
no, yeah, exactly.
Like, I will not respond. But as soon as I get a free moment, I do like text hierarchy, where I'm like, okay, I haven't talked to Jay, I haven't talked to Drew or things like that, where I'm like, I gotta get back to these people. But no, I feel like if you're coming from a place of like, it's strategic or it's a game, even though you have to be strategic like that, I feel like people can feel that. But like, you don't know, like, if I'm available, I'm going to respond to you. And like, there's sometimes where I instantly hit you back because I'm free, but other times I'm not like doing that waiting stuff. No.
Yeah. I'd love to get a girl on here to see, like, for them, what's an average number, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because people may hear 3 and they're like, oh, this guy doesn't talk to anyone. Like, I may be a bum. I don't know.
Don't do that to yourself. Don't speak those curses. I'm counting right now. I'm counting 5 youngs.
Oh, okay.
5 youngs.
Starting lineup
in the comments. How many youngs are your house gonna have today? Starting lineup. Whoa! That's my thing, yo. Well,
I know that's your thing. Yeah.
Yo, I know that's my thing. I was gonna drop that. So how about you introduce it now? Because even though I'll take it over, you just dropped it. I can transition.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
No.
Okay. All right.
So
you want me to introduce it?
So introduce it.
Robert, what's a starting lineup?
Well, it's about to get real basketball references out here. So if one of my friends actually watched this podcast, he's gonna laugh so hard. So I was a young Anakin Skywalker, and I was just like, why can't one girl like me? And there was like this one particular girl. We were on a school field trip, and I was just like, when I was like a senior, and I was like, oh, I really liked her, and like we went to the Ape Caves, and like I did some funny shit, and they wouldn't let me ride, they wouldn't let me live this one down. But long story short, she didn't like me back, but I guess I'm happy about that. So I went up to my friend, and I was like, why does this not work? Like, and he's like, yo, you gotta start talking to more girls at the same time. And I was like, what foreign concept is this? And he's like, you have to go to the dark side. And I was like, what's the dark side? And he's like, I'm going to teach you. So from his dark side teachings and like my love for basketball, I was like, yo, every person needs to have a starting lineup. Mm-hmm. So I came up with that, and I coined that phrase. So literally like basketball, you got your 1 through 5, and then you got your 6. Well, my sexual identities, I'm heterosexual. So I would say my 6th woman. I want to preference. I have maybe one time I've had a starting lineup that's been full, but like literally in your starting lineup, you have your point guard through your center. Mm-hmm. How I construct a team, because I'm a big KD fan, is my small forward. My small forward is my MVP. Oh, you got your MVP, okay. And then you got your most improved player. What's a position I really don't mess with. I'm lukewarm on shooting guard. Like I got KD. We wet from deep. So you got that. Then you got your defensive player of the year, So, like, I really boil down because I feel like you should be talking to 5 women at the same time in my mantra, where it's kind of like I don't actively seek that out, but it's kind of like, okay, this person's my MVP. This is my person's most improved player. And then the 6th woman of the year, that is most important.
Most important?
Most important.
Okay.
She's got to be able to come off the bench and spark plug.
Okay.
But one thing that I want to preference with this is everyone I always talk to, I'm very transparent, and I feel like that's what separates me from being a fuckboy. Where like every time I interact with them, granted I don't tell them like this is a start life, this is like where you are in my head, like this is how much energy or things like that. Mm-hmm. They always know like, okay, this is where like how Robert feels about me. We have gone on dates or we have smashed where it's kind of like everything's clear. But in my mind, I gotta start lineup. Yeah. I already know who the MVP is because at the end of the day, my MVP it's almost like this. Your MVP, you're like, oh, I can most likely see dating that person, like end goal. Most improved player, I don't know, whatever. Your 6th woman, you will go further down the line, rookie of the year, all that other stuff. But like, no, you really fill that out because you don't put your eggs in one basket, and by all means, anything can happen.
Okay.
Rotations change. Free agent list is large.
Oh.
Nah, I'm not that much of a dirtbag.
Oh my. I got a quick question about the starting lineup. How often? Because you're talking to the MVP the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
How often are you hitting up that like power forward? Like, is that like exclusively like, or is that like exclusively like the MVP isn't able to talk right now?
It's not like
small
that.
Forward ain't available.
It's
the power forward up or like.
It's not like that. Okay, it's not like that. It's just like if conversation flows naturally, where it's kind of like if I'm it's kind of like that sort of. It's almost kind of like if MVP's like, oh, let's go to the movies, and power forward's like, hey, let's go get some pho. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
pho sounds better.
No, movie sounds better.
Okay.
Bye. But or there sometimes I feel like it's dependent upon like the relationship, like where it's at, where it's kind of like I'm equally trying with both, but it's kind of like this is like my hierarchy or ranking system. Mm-hmm. Now, if female asks me like where we're at, I'm gonna keep it a buck, a 50, 100, 1,000, because I take relationships. You already know I'm a counselor, matchmaker. I take that very seriously, and I like to let people make transparent decisions. Now, I don't fault anyone who has females, or not has females, not have females, but like, no, I don't fault players or anything like that. But I feel like if a female is being vulnerable and honest, and they want to know, you just gotta be upfront with them. Where it's kind of like, because they make an informed decision themselves, you know. So, but like someone asks, I'll be straight up because I don't want to lead them on. That's definitely not how I operate or where I want to be. But we're definitely at 4. Definitely. Yes, yawns. But
I'm sorry.
Yes, I got him.
You got 4 yawns out of me.
Maybe
Not
5.
that I'm bored.
Oh yes, he is, folks. He doesn't like to hear me going. But because you took my thing, I'm gonna take your thing.
Okay.
You don't agree with me doing the starting lineup.
It's not that I don't agree. Maybe I just don't have enough experience. But for me, like, let's say, you know, I'll be talking to 3 girls. I talk to those girls like every day at the same time.
Wow.
And it gets old.
Okay.
So it's like I'll have one girl that I like more than the other 2, and I'll just start to like slowly not talk to those 2 as much. And it's just like I don't know. I haven't found the right balance to where I can juggle all of that. Maybe just because like me personally, I like if I'm gonna, I don't know, I like to open up. So if I'm gonna tell one girl something and I have a great conversation with her, I'm not gonna force it with another one. I don't know. I guess I'm still holding on to that whole like one woman, one love.
What I was told in high school, come to the dark side.
Yeah,
We have snacks.
Maybe I should. Maybe I'll be happier at the end of the day.
It literally is a blend where, like, I remember this one relationship, and old girl was like, because until you put a ring on it, like, literally, she can talk to anyone. Like, you can talk about, you can have the exclusive conversation, but at the end of the day, you didn't put that shit down. You weren't like, okay, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, or and like, I feel like this is a little lukewarm too, but it's very situational as well, where like, if you're both working towards a relationship, like, and there's like exclusive tags and stuff like that, like, it has to be very clear, where like, if she saw you out and she was like, oh, I see you was with, oh, can't say that one. I can't say that word, but if she sees you with another dude, I reversed it, but if you see her out with another dude, I just butchered that. If she sees you out with like,
is she seeing you out with another girl?
Yes.
Okay,
yo, keep all of that. This is hilarious. All right, this is for the bloopers. If she sees you out and you're with another female. Yo, she could be butthurt or mad, but in the grand scheme of things, you didn't put no. There you go. There you go. But like, it has to be all working towards that relationship, and I feel like that needs to be like talked about, like, seriously. But at the end of the day, it's about balance. Like, you can't be too much of a nice guy. You can't be too much of an asshole. You got to have that mixture. And then, I guess for me personally, I just learned putting all my eggs in one basket. Kind of like, man, I remember this one chick for Valentine's Day. I got her like a chocolate rose. Like, yo, she crumbled it up in the card and laughed. That's like a recurring theme in my life. The laughing. The women laughing. At you. I was like, why me? But like, once I started to adapt this strategy, and where it's kind of like, I'm matching everyone's energy, no matter 1 through 6, where it's kind of like, I'm developing a relationship. Granted, depending on where we're at, I may like tell one person more stuff, but at the end of the day, like, the end goal for me is like, I'm trying to be happy in a relationship. And I feel like, also to add to this piece too, as well, is I feel like people don't have that transparency piece. Oh, I feel like I was telling a story and then I stopped.
What story? With the girl?
Yeah.
Laughing at you?
No, not that one. About like how I like. Oh no. I'm tripping. I guess this thought that comes up is I'm just thinking about the story of I was talking with one girl before. We both had like a sit down talk, and she was like, "Are you talking to other girls?" And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, are you talking to other guys? And she's like, yeah. And I straight up asked her, I was like, so where am I? Like, how do you rank me?
Oh.
And she was like, I talk to you the most. And then she asked me, I was like honestly, I was like, I talk to you the most.
That's nice.
Yeah. And we were like, so like, what does this mean? And she was like, I like ya. And I was like, I like you too. So I was like, and I felt.
No, wait, I got a cool question though.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that situation if you said she was at the top of your list, but you weren't at the top of hers?
I would have to take it on the chin.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to take it on the chin. Like, I hope she wouldn't, like, lie to me. Or, I hope she would be upfront because, what does CB say? When a wealthy man wants you, and your other men don't know how to handle you, these women ain't loyal.
All right, there you go.
Or could we quote Gucci Mane?
Hell yeah, we can quote Gucci Mane.
What does he say? Next 15, miss one. Miss one.
I actually don't know this.
Okay, it's okay. We're gonna leave that reference. We're leaving that over. But no, I feel like no, like one, she must like you enough, even if you're not high on the list. You're talking with her, or you're talking with him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's the win in itself. And at the end of the day, if people move on, people move on. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens, and that's why there's a free agent list, and there's trades.
There you go.
True.
And there's a combine.
I feel like I'm about to get drugged. Yo, people are, hey, this is how I operate in my mind. You can't follow me.
There you go.
Wait, real quick before we go. So where are you at? So do you still talk one girl?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Let me think.
Did I sway you to stop with the 3 and just might as well just add 3 more positions?
I'm probably right now talking to like 3.
3. Ooh, you better watch out. Look at all those flames over there.
I'll say this, even though I'll be talking to like a certain amount of girls, I'm always looking for more to add.
Looking for that.
But instead of like adding, most of the time what I'll do is I'll just sub out one for the other. I don't know. As a coach,
Whoa.
we're gonna keep going with the basketball references.
Yeah.
It's all about man or woman management.
Yes. This is very gender neutral, gender spectrum. You can do this anyway.
So just managing the lineups correctly, the way I can handle it.
Exactly. Women, any other gender, hey, cut them loose. Y'all need options. Don't. It's almost gonna be 2020. Don't let them waste your time until you find the right one.
There you go.
And then he deserves all your time.
Or she.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah.
Find people who don't waste your time.
There you go.
Because at the end of the day, we want you to be happy in relationships.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's the end of the day.
It's been for real.
Play no games.
Podcast. Oh, no, podcast. Hey!
/show.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Follow.
Gang.
Get the socks.
Merch.
Thank you.
You gon' get me in some trouble. Ooh, that music fine, I should double you.